Time to check out now what's going on in the kitchen. We've got something new. We've never had this before.
We do, Joe. You're right about that. We got Tyler with us, Tyler Jones. We got Josh Brown with us, and you guys are representing several different restaurants, right? Panini Pete's, Sunset Pointe, and also Ed's Seafood, right?
Yep. Yes, sir.
Tell us a little bit about that, Tyler.
Well, we are right now launching an Impossible Burger at all 3 restaurants that we're working on.
At all 3?
Yes, I believe so.
That's really exciting.
It's a national launch. They're doing it all over the country: Chicago, New York, Miami, and South Alabama.
That's awesome. So, Josh, what is the Impossible Burger?
Well, basically, it's a meatless burger. It's all it's a veggie-based product.
Okay.
With potato protein. It actually has enough, just the amount of iron and protein as it does a regular beef patty.
Well, that's really impressive. Now, why all 3 restaurants? Was there a reason behind it?
Well, I think we got in the kind of the loop, you know, with all these big-time chefs from like I said, New York, Las Vegas, Chicago, all these guys, and I think we're the only one in Alabama actually that is actually releasing this, so it's just kind of like a kickoff,
right?
You know, to get this actually out there.
That's really awesome. Yeah. So now, anyone who has not gone to any of these restaurants, these are 3 of the more popular restaurants in the area that a lot of people thrive on and love. And not just the Impossible Burger, but you guys have dishes, anything that the taste buds desire, you can pick up at Sunset Pointe or Panini Pete's and Ed's Seafood, right?
Mm-hmm. That's right.
So tell us what we're going to be doing throughout the hour. What exactly is going to be the step process for the Impossible Burger? Because it sounds impossible.
It kind of is. No.
Really?
So we're actually also doing a meatless meatball as well that I've made. So that'll be
I made one of those. I got it right here. Yeah, the meatless meatball.
So we'll be doing a meatless meatball. We're going to do a black and blue burger with our homemade gorgonzola.
Okay.
We're going to do a fresh mozzarella burger.
Oh, no, that does sound good.
We make the mozzarella in-house as well. So yeah, it should be real good.
I love that. So we're going to be getting kick-started on all of that because we still got 2 more cooking segments with these guys. And we're also going to find out a lot more about the restaurants, Sunset Pointe, Panini Pete's, and Ed's Seafood, all joining together to the launch of this Impossible Burger, which is going to be really good stuff. And you guys all have websites and social pages for all these restaurants too, right?
Correct.
We're going to link those on our website, fox10tv.com, right under the Studio 10 tab. Joe will be back in with you guys a little bit later in the hour.
All right,
awesome. We'll check in with you guys then, and right now we'll hand it back to Joe.
Back with Josh and Tyler. They are talking about Panini Pete's, Ed's Seafood Shed, and Sunset Pointe, and you guys all share something in common, is that you have these Impossible Burgers at your restaurants. For the folks who just tuned in, what is an Impossible Burger?
Well, it's basically a meatless meat burger. They're not calling it a veggie burger.
Not a veggie burger.
It's plant-based, soy-based. It's got beet juice in it, which actually makes it look like it's bleeding real meat. But it's about as close as you're going to get to a beef product that's not beef.
And take a look at that. That does look exactly like what a burger looks like before you get it on. Can we get these bad boys going?
Yes, sir.
All right, so when you talk about cooking these as opposed to cooking an actual meat-based burger, is there any difference in the cooking technique, time, any of that kind of stuff?
They definitely cook a little faster.
Okay.
But you still want to serve them at a nice medium rare, medium well, whatever you like at your burger.
Sure. So you got the Panini Pizza on, so honestly, tell me about Panini Pete's.
So we've got 2 locations, one in Fairhope, one in Mobile, and actually 3. We have one in West Virginia. But we do meatballs, paninis. We make all our own mozz in-house. We roast all our own meats in-house.
Yeah, famous for that mozzarella, of course, too. And these beignets, which you see here. You guys always bring those, and we're thankful that you do. Those are so delicious. Take a look at that.
Oh, yeah.
And then Sunset Pointe. Tell the folks about Sunset Pointe.
We're a seafood restaurant right on a little marina. It's basically, we do like I think our dish like bouillabaisse and mussels. So I mean, it's just a nice little seafood concept. We do daily specials, daily lunch specials.
And then Pete, your owner, recently acquired Ed's Seafood Shed as well. So tell the folks about Ed's Seafood Shed.
It's your southern fried fish, southern comfort food.
New sign out there, I saw. Just put a new sign up.
New logo, new sign. They've remodeled the place. It looks not different, but
So it's going to feel familiar to you. If you loved Ed Seafood Shed in the past, you're going to love it now. If you hadn't tried it in the past, go on out and try it out because some changes as well. Kind of the best of both worlds. So you said you're going to make a couple different kinds of burgers with this. What is the first one we're going to be working on today?
Right now we're working on a black and blue burger. So we've got our house blackening seasoning.
Okay.
And then our house-made gorgonzola as well that's going to go on there.
All right, that sounds good. And then in the third segment, what's the other type of burger we're going to work on?
We were doing the Mott's tomato.
That's right.
So that's our in-house mozzarella that they do over at Panini Pete's. Yep.
Yeah.
And we got some really cool heirloom tomatoes that we do it with too.
All right, so I tell you what, we're going to let you continue work on this one, start working on the other one. When we come back, we'll be able to put together and try some of these burgers. Sounds good, y'all. If you guys want to find more about Sunset Pointe, Panini Pete's, and Ed's Seafood Shed, you can check them out, all of their own individual Facebook pages, websites, all that kind of stuff, and we'll post some links online as well shortly after the show. It may be an impossible task, but you guys say it tastes like a real burger, so we're going to try it out by the end. All right, Michael.
Back here in the Studio 10 kitchen, Josh Brown, Tyler Jones representing Sunset Pointe, Panini Pete's are in the Studio 10 kitchen this morning, and we're finishing up and talking. They're educating me on these impossible burgers, and they're called that because they're meatless burgers, yet they look identical almost to regular hamburgers, right?
That's correct.
Yep. That is now. And why is that the case? Why do they look like it but are not actually?
Well, I mean, even you could tell they use beet juice for like the whole, I guess, the blood aspect of the burger, and they also have coconut oil in there. So if you look in the burger, I mean, you can kind of see the coconut oil that's in there. That kind of resembles like a fat to that exact burger.
Because if you told me, if I didn't know we were doing this and just said, hey, what am I making right now in the pot? I would say, oh, that's a hamburger patty. And I would be completely wrong because technically it's not. But it resembles it, and it's healthy for you. Tell us about the nutrition facts.
That's right. It's all plant-based, soy-based. It's got your coconut oil, like he said, sunflower oil. I mean, it is just about as healthy as you can get for you.
And one thing that was really nice that Tyler did for us was, because you represent Panini Pete's, you brought us some of these beignets for the entire staff. So people who are unfamiliar with Panini Pete's, the beignets are one of your specialties, right?
That's correct. And they even say they're better than the Café du Monde beignets, which is a big statement.
That really is making a bold statement.
You got to come by and try them. I mean, they're hand-whipped, handmade every morning, hot and fresh.
And Panini Pete's has how many locations right now?
We have 3 right now. 2 here, one in Fairhope and Mobile, and then we also have one in West Virginia at WVU.
One all the way in West Virginia.
That's
correct. How did one end up there?
We went into a partnership with Fresh Hospitality.
Okay.
And they have several restaurants up there, and they had an open spot on the WVU campus.
That's cool. That's awesome. Yeah. And Josh, tell us about Sunset Pointe for people who aren't familiar with that.
Sunset Pointe, we're a little restaurant on the water right there at Fly Creek Marina in Fairhope. And we do all fresh seafood, Gulf caught seafood. We run daily specials, lunch specials, dinner specials. It's just a good place to get some really nice seafood.
And what's great is the fact that, you know, it's called Sunset Pointe. It is by the bay, so when the sun does set,
it's
since
beautiful.
you're pointed off toward the west.
And we do a really cool, we do like a toast for every sunset, so you can go outside and sit out. We got a beautiful patio there.
Every
Everybody sits at every night, and they ring a bell, and we all toast wine, champagne, whatever you like, the sunset every night. Yeah.
I never knew that. That's fantastic.
It's cool. It's a nice little spot.
What are the hours over there at Sunset Pointe?
We're open from 11. Right now, wintertime, we're open from 11 to 8:30. And on the weekends, 11 o'clock to 9:30.
But once we get into the warm season, the hours extend a little bit.
Yeah.
I think most restaurants down here kind of do that too.
Yeah.
So you guys have finished these up. I know a lot of our staff is going to want to get a whirl of these later on this morning. But this is the Impossible Hamburger, and this is the, what is this again?
The Meatless Meatball. It is a meatball sub.
Is it the same principle where it looks identical to a meatball, but it's based on a beet?
That's right. All we did is take the Impossible Burger and grind it up, mush it up into meatballs. So we just took the burger patties and made meatballs out of them.
That's fantastic. And people can get these dishes at your restaurants,
Yep,
right?
of course.
And also at Ed Seafood as well.
Correct.
And if people want information on Panini Pete's or on Sunset Point, you can go to their websites, the social pages, to search your names, right?
Yep.
That's right.
Yep.
We're all over.
That's awesome. Well, I appreciate you guys being here. Hopefully we'll have you back on the show real soon.
Awesome. Thank you,
and you can get a whirl of the Impossible Burger or the was Meatless Meatball Sub?
That's
Is that what it's called? I love that. Well, thanks, guys. And we'll have the information on our website as well, fox10tv.com, right under the Studio 10 tab.